right, welcome to Street Talk, hosted by BeYourArt.com. My name is Kevin Lee, and I'm sitting next to one Mr. Ben Owens. Ben, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Ben is a local artist here in sunny Rocky Point, and we're going to sit down here today and talk about how he got his start, how he has made a living out of doing art, and ways that you folks watching this may be able to, make some money doing your own thing, or just be successful. Remember, making money does not equal being successful. Keep that in mind, kids, or adults, whoever's watching. All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got your start?
As a young child, I was raised in the woods of North Carolina, back down to South Carolina.
Right.
Settling upstate New York. My family and I lived in tents, and we didn't have much water, at least of all clean water, so we had to boil everything.
It's pioneer life.
That's where we started. Soon enough, my father found enough siding from other houses that blew apart that we built our home. And to be serious, started upstate New York, went to school in Rochester, New York, and went to art school. Got very humble roots, starting a pizzeria, and I was very lucky. Bumped into the right people, and was able to, once I was given the opportunity, work my butt off, keep my position, and things have been okay since then.
All right. So did you start off just, sketching things out in your free time, or did you just dive straight into, I've got this canvas and I've got these paints here, let's just go to town and see if someone likes it?
Yeah, when you go to art school, I think everyone's got dreams of grandeur, and the reality is it's a lot of work, it's a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And the starving artist title is not a joke. It does happen. You are hungry sometimes, and hungry for other things, not just food. Gasoline, and nights out with the guys who have the banking jobs,
yep,
or the lawyer friends. Those are the types of hungers that we all have to go through and get past. Things like that.
All right. So you've got, I know you have your own website.
Yes.
Which would be fineartdesigns.com.
Yeah.
Find with a PH, not an F. Don't go to the F one. Don't even bother thinking about it. It doesn't exist. But the PH.
The PH.
The PH fine.
Much like phone.
Right. The phone fine, not the fine. The PH. So what is the deal with your site? What's up with that?
That is actually the culmination of, let's say, 15, 16 years of waiting for a medium like the internet.
Right.
Where you can put together your own type of gallery and fancy buttons and stuff like that. It's also a chance for anybody in the country to know you.
Yeah.
And a lot of artists are, like you mentioned before, which was very, very bright, was money's not successful.
Right.
It's tough. I'm in love with a beautiful woman, and we may not have a lot of money, but I'm successful, I think. And, the websites give you an opportunity for the whole world to see you. When before, if you live in a rural area, like I said, I'm from upstate New York, you may not have the Whitney or the MoMAs or these really, really cool places down in Soho,
yeah,
to show your work. If your website is good enough and you have talented people like a Judah Mahay to teach you how to utilize links and things of that sort, you can be recognized. And on top of that, there's other vehicles of recognition based on that. You want to drive your traffic to your website, I think.
Right.
And be at the right place at the right time I think is essential. It takes a lot of time away from your personal life.
Right.
Things that you might want to do at any age, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, you're going to miss things. It's like being a famous rock star on tour.
Right.
You don't have the money or anything, but you have to be at all these events. With that, people know your face. And it's not always about your artwork, I think. I think to be successful and being recognized, I think you should help anybody and everybody that is around you that has an equal talent and something else. Because, ultimately, when the hive is working together, you're going to be successful at what you're doing as well.
Right.
And you're going to be a part of something that's even better than that. And I think a lot of people are doing that now. A lot of people are smart. The quote-unquote starving artist doesn't really exist. You can create product lines. You can teach classes. You can trade your your craft. Like if you say I do logos,
right?
And you've got stickers that you generate for vehicles. That's how I got my car done. I did my car to be a vehicle to attract attention. I couldn't afford the fancy cut-out laser cut stickers.
Yeah.
Like $200-300. So I traded some logo work. And no, I didn't receive cash, but I got what I needed.
Right.
And ultimately, that's how I met Terry Scarlatos. Was because of the car. That's how he recognized me. That's how I ended up being Theratos with Judah.
Wow.
And meeting the Be Your Art Foundations
Yes.
that he's building. It's a hotspot, that toastcoffeehouse.com. Yeah, I absolutely think that the building of your portfolio is the most essential.
Right.
I have a portfolio on my car. I have one at the house, of course. I have one on a floppy disk. I have one on my cell phone. And I think portfolios should be separated.
Right.
A lot of people now, like even myself, I was trained as a painter and illustrator. I do graphic design. I do antique restoration. You should have distinctions between them.
Right.
I think it's, maybe you got a lot of business cards in your pocket, but there's nothing wrong with spreading yourself out to generate revenue, I think. You don't have to just be I'm a graphic designer, that's all I'm going to do.
Right.
No. If you do great at painting, then enter some craft fairs and stuff like that. But make sure your things are separated, so you're not a mishmash, you know. You can be a jack of all trades and be talented at all.
Right.
People make this statement that, he's a jack of all trades. Not a talent, that's BS. Da Vinci was a jack of all trades.
Exactly.
Master of all.
I think history looked upon him fairly well, I think.
Some people don't.
If I can recall. The name rings a bell.
A little bit.
Yeah.
So I think if you take from that mentality, and you got to be a hustler. You cannot be in the arts and hope that you're going to become famous.
Yeah.
Some people do have an uncle that knows somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. We all are trying to meet that somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody.
Right.
But if you don't have a good product, the person who's selling your product is not going to make money. It is a business. And the love of the arts is fantastic. You got to have it because we're not making the money initially.
Right.
But on the end, it's a business, and you got to have your product ready. And if you could present it, I mean, look, we're using digital videos now on websites and stuff. I mean, most of us sitting like hobbits in our rooms, in our studios, and we're not supposed to be out there in the public. You're not supposed to be some mystery. I think it takes time. You can't expect a miracle or magic to happen just because you went to art school. It doesn't work like that. It's like learning your multiple tables. You know, you can learn some that like 3 times 4 is 12, but you can't do 71 times 4. You have to build up to it.